Hi. Hi, Amy. Hi, Sierra. Hi, Jeremy. You're good. I mean, these are not equal, they're just there. Okay. Yeah, so if you want either of those spots, you just move it up. You need to match. Stuck in the end zone. Hi, Sarah. These are actual people. Zoomies, I'm working on volume. It's gonna get better, I promise. Hey everyone. Hey. This is fun. I like this. I have a little room to be in front of you, which is nice. Normally at the wall, I don't. Even in there, most of our studios, there's a teacher who has room up front. So anyway, your first assignment is to jump up and scoot back a couple inches so Catherine is not eating the wall. Just go a couple inches back and she'll put it up. Yeah, so I'm Danielle, wiring setup. I need to grab other AirPods for the Zoomies, so take child's pose when you're done getting adjusted. We have simulcast going, so you'll see the AirPod in my ear. That's my microphone. And you'll see me walking back here to check on and talk to the Zoomies. If you hear me mumbling to myself, it's not to myself. It's to them. Sorry, Jack. Zoomies, I'm getting my AirPod connected, but in case you didn't hear, we are in child's pose. No, you're totally good. All right, volume check, Zoomies. Can you give me a thumbs up? Sweet, thank you, Catherine. Catherine, I realized that was you beeping and waving at me after the fact. All right, so take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, rock your head side to side. Give your forehead a massage. Give your third eye, your wisdom center, a little massage. And then turn your palms to face up, the gesture of being open and receptive. This practice, this very one, not the practice as a whole, but this one today has so much for you. Be like a sponge, absorb it all. Tabletop, come on up to your hands and knees. Arch and round your spine, cat and cow. Then go side to side with your spine, moving it laterally, which is probably the least used movement during the day. See if you can curl your spine into a C shape on either side. So curl your ear toward your hip. Now that's 4 of the ways that it goes, and the other 2 out of the 6 movements of the spine are twists. So take one arm to the sky. Twist underneath yourself, reach through your other arm, and then back to the sky. Do a couple of those, I don't know, 3 or 4, and then settle into thread the needle and take a couple breaths. Your spine is like the highway of your entire body. It is where all the messages travel from your brain to everything, to every muscle, every bone, every cell. Tabletop. To the other arm, couple of threads in and out, and then one to hold. As always, if you have any issues, feel free to unmute yourself and let me know if you can't hear me, if my volume goes out. If you need to see, if you need a demonstration, whatever it is, you can unmute yourself, or you could type in the chat too. Eventually, I'll see that little red dot and I'll be back here to take care of you. Come on back up. Take one arm straight out in front of you, one foot back behind you, opposite sides. Knee to elbow, curl, and then reach out. Curl. Get yourself a little rhythm with that. Then you're gonna add one more thing. So reach out, back, grab your foot, out, in. The whole thing. It's okay if your hand and your foot don't reach in the back. Just reach them toward each other. One last one. Elbow and knee, hand and foot. Down dog, neutralize. Shake out your head, take a good breath. Other side, drop down, hands and knees, other arm, other foot. Start just with elbow to knee till you have stability, till you have a rhythm. Then you add on that foot to hand touch. It doesn't have to be fast, doesn't have to be slow, just however you like it. Last one, elbow and knee, hand and foot, down dog. Shake it out. Feel your heart rate up more now. Temperature up more now. Absorb it. Be the sponge. That's the mantra for the day. Be the sponge. Take it all in. Walk your feet up to your hands. Roll up to stand. Go arms to the sky, big stretch. Hands to your heart. Close your eyes, drop your chin toward your chest. So I want you to imagine that the sound of Om, which represents possibility, it represents a spark, right? They say if you could record space, you'd hear the sound of Om. If you could record all of space. So imagine that this Om we're going to take together creates you as more open, creates more possibility. And since we're talking about sponges, imagine that it gives you
yeah, like more ability to absorb, to take in, to take in the things that people tell you, to take in the things that you love throughout the day, like all those little things you appreciate, all those little moments, to take in, yeah, love in general, all of it. It makes you more absorbent. So 3 sounds, ah, oh, all strung together. Big breath in. Ah. You are amazing. You are powerful. You are able to observe and absorb. Reach up, take a nice deep breath in. Bow forward, let it out. Come up halfway, make a flat back. You can put your hands on your legs to hold yourself there. Plank pose, step back. Come all the way down to your belly, touch your forehead to the mat and everything. Cobra, lift yourself up a little. Up dog, press a little higher. Press into your feet too. Hover your thighs and your shins off the mat if you can get them there. Nice. Down dog, push it all back. Walk forward. Roll up. Arms to the sky. Once you're up, forward fold, bow back down. Halfway lift, flat back. Plank pose, step. And lower yourself all the way down. Cobra first, come up a little. Up dog next, push up higher. Down dog, press back. Lift one leg to the sky. Touch it to your elbow, curl it all the way forward. Kick it back to the sky. Step between your hands. Drop your knee in the back. Go forward and back. Flowing lunges. You're moving between a lunge, which is a nice stretch in the back for your quad, and a half split, which is for your hammies on the front leg. And you can add on little things with your hands to make a big difference, like crawling them forward, crawling them back, putting them to the outside of your leg. Every little angle is worth exploring when it comes to your body. Every little thing. And pick one that feels more interesting right now, the forward or the back, the lunge or the split. Stay with it. Take a big breath in. Slow breath out. Step your back foot forward, ragdoll. You want to grab opposite elbows. Drop your head toward the earth. Bend your knees so you're not fighting with your hamstrings. Roll up to stand. Catch your arms up top. Grab one wrist, lean over. So you want to get the feeling like you're pulling your arm up and across. Switch. Grab the other one, pull up, pull across. Come up, interlace both, flip it, palms to the sky, push with every finger. Now the thumbs are probably loose, they're not in the interlace, so stretch them back as much as you can, back and open. Bring it down to heart, zipper all the way down to the ground, all the way. Split your feet apart if they're not, drop down to yogi squat. Then a forward fold, yogi squat. So just like we did the flowing thread the needle and the flowing lunges, flow with this a couple times and then stay in squat. With squat, you can be on your toes, you can be flat on your feet, you can have your hands at heart, or you can put them on the floor or a block. You can also sit on a block like a little toadstool. Let me know if you need a block. I have two in my hands. Okay, so leave your feet just as they are. Don't adjust them. Push down and stand all the way up. Leave your feet, don't adjust them. Go arms to the sky. Same like we did before. Grab a wrist, pull up and lean over with new foundation. Switch, grab the other wrist, pull up and over. And reach up. Adjust your feet so it makes it a little more wobbly. Yeah, you thought I was gonna say more stable. Go the other way with it. And then interlace hands, flip palms toward the sky, just like we did before. Push up with all your fingers. Stretch every bit of webbing between your fingers. Good. Hands to heart center. Super slow. Bow down with your feet just like that. It's gonna be wobbly. It's gonna be wobbly. Then adjust. Toes on 12 o'clock. Halfway lift. Feel it in your hamstrings. Plank pose. Come down to your belly. Cobra first. Start it off. Up dog next. Push higher. Down dog. Lift your other leg to the sky. Knee to elbow, pull it in. To the sky. Step it through. Flowing lunge, knee down in the back. You can also, I didn't say it on the first side, but like lift one arm or both arms to create new sensations. To explore in different ways. Every angle, every corner is important. Pick the one that feels more interesting, has more sensation, more to feel, more to learn. Stay with that one. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Step up to the top. Thunderbolt now, AKA chair pose. So I want you to think about the way you felt the stretch in your hands before, you know, when we did the interlace and press up, like how much stretch you really felt in your hands. In this pose right here, pick up your toes and spread them apart. But spread them apart with like enough fierceness that you feel almost as much stretch as you felt in your hands. Like enough fierceness that the two that don't want to separate, they start to separate, like just a nanometer, you know? Mountain pose. Good job, y'all. I could see it. Like I could see the, you know, like the tops of your feet have a look when things are going on. I love it. It's good. Pick up your right knee, grab it and give it a good tight squeeze. So you're hugging it toward your body. You're hugging it toward your chest. Let's see. Step back all the way. Warrior one. Ground both feet down, arms to the sky. Now with, you know, some awareness, but not quite as much intensity or fierceness, spread out your fingers, stretch their webbing, and spread out your toes. Every corner counts. Warrior two, open your arms up. Take your front knee and press it back. In here with us, it's toward the butterfly wall, like press your knee back that way. Zoomies, it's like open. Think about opening your knee. Press it back toward whatever wall feels like it's behind you right now. Grab your hands behind your back, interlace them. Push down with your hands, lift up with your face, with your chin. Good. Good. Keep opening your knee, open and back. Imagine, it's subtle, but imagine lifting your belly button toward your collarbones. Take a big breath in. Humble warrior bow forward. So you could keep your arms behind your back or go ahead and drop them. But definitely drop your head. Take your hands down. Side plank. Pick a side, any side. Feel free to put your knee down or even get on your elbow to give your wrists a break. Perfect. Tabletop. Remember that hand to foot behind your back from earlier? Do that. One hand back, opposite foot back, and try to grab the two together. If they don't come together, don't stress about it. Just keep kicking and reaching toward each other. Lift up, pick your belly up. Remember, belly button to your collarbones, like I said before. Down dog, neutral. Open up your hands a little wider, like literally wider between each other. Yeah. I love that you thought about your fingers though. That was perfect. Bring your feet a little closer. Yeah, and whatever that meant to you is perfect. Like some of you moved your feet closer to each other, some moved your feet closer to your hands. Something new to feel. Walk up to your hands. Roll up to stand. Pick up your other knee, left one. Big step back, warrior one. Get your feet grounded in the mat, toes with a little bit of attention to the spaces between them, fingers too. Warrior two, open arms. Think about your front knee. Grab your hands behind you, interlace, press down, chin up. Even if your elbows were bent in the back, or even if you were holding like one wrist to make it work, you can still push down with your arms and up with your chin. Humble warrior, bow forward. You can keep your arms, remember, or drop them. Bring your hands down. Side plank. Whichever side you didn't do yet. Tabletop. Hand to foot behind your back, second side. Good. So you could, by the way, use a towel to bridge the gap between your foot and your hand, but it's kind of hard to get it there yourself from this pose anyway. Pick your chest up, pick your eyes up, take a breath in. Down dog, move slow as you exhale. Step your right foot forward, drop your knee in the back, arms to the sky, low lunge. Water wheel with your arms. So you turn toward your front leg, chest in the direction of your front leg. Remember that for later, we'll do a balance pose later with water wheel arms. And you're always turning in the direction of your front leg. Keep that in your mind's eye. Hook your hand or your elbow to your front leg, twist. So whatever part of your arm connects to your leg, use it to push into your leg and create leverage. Leverage makes it feel like you're twisting deeper. It gives you something to push on. It gives you a little extra, I like to say fierceness instead of force, because force sounds, yeah, forced, you know? But when I do say force, I mean like love force. Warrior two, push down into the ground, lift up, open up. Good job. Side angle, put your elbow on your thigh or your hand to the ground. And so the first thing that wants to happen is your body starts to fall or collapse toward your leg. You have to actively lift away from your leg. Whatever your hand is touching on the bottom or whatever your arm is touching, push against it, love force. Take your upper arm and open up bigger. Yes, y'all. Tabletop. Step one foot, doesn't matter which, outside your hand, lizard. Take your hands and walk away from your front foot. So you're going away from it at an angle. You'll go, I don't know, maybe like, what is that? Like 30 degrees away from your leg or something like that, and stay there. Now, remember the warrior two cue to open your knee. Think about that. Press your knee back and open, and then walk your hands 1 centimeter further. You feel it from the shoulder down your side to your hip. Come on back around. Switch out the leg. Press your knee back, walk your hands away from your foot. If we were on a clock face and you started at 12, you're probably going like 2, maybe 3 hours away from your foot. Bring it back. Down dog. This time go hands a little narrower and feet a little further apart. Something new to feel. Step your left foot forward. Low lunge, knee on the ground in the back, arms to the sky. Water wheel, open arms toward your front leg. Try to align your top of your head up with your tailbone. Imagine that. Yeah. Hook your front arm. You can put the hand right at the back of your forearm or your elbow on your leg and push into it. See you out there, Zoomies. Amy, Sierra, Jeremy, Catherine, so glad you're all here with us. Right now, most of the love force is in your front leg and in your arm and wherever you're pressing the two together, right? You have to shift that force into your legs in order to get yourself up. So feel it shift into your legs, push into the ground, rise up, warrior two. Side angle, arm on leg with some connection point that is strong enough to press and lift your side away from your thigh. You want to feel like there's an arc in your side, not just like a straight line, but an actual like a little bit of a rainbow, because you're lifting that space away from your thigh. Take your top arm, open up bigger, 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 bigger. Tabletop. Come on down. Good work. So take one foot outside your pinky finger again. This time you'll do, it's lizard shape at the heart, but straighten your front leg. Straighten it out. I'm gonna leave it up to you. Try pointing your foot, try to get your toes to touch down, and try flexing your foot. See which one's more interesting, okay? Stick with that. Now, instead of walking away from your foot, you're gonna walk toward it. So either get your hands right by your inner ankle, maybe one and one, maybe both to the outer ankle. Zoomies, let me know if you need a demonstration. I know I'm far from the computer right now. Come on back to the center. Switch the legs. Straighten your leg, point or flex. Do you have different habits with each leg? Just like you have different habits with your arm. One is the toothbrushing, one is the writing, one does the driving. So pointing and flexing might feel different on this side. Try them both again. Don't just assume which one's more interesting. And then walk your hands closer to your leg. Maybe frame it. Maybe go outside the leg. Come on back to center. Switch legs, and then you're gonna stand on the one you weren't just working with and come up. Bring your knee up to your chest once you're up. Find your balance. The first is gonna take a little bit. Good. All right, so remember what I said about remembering water wheel. You turn toward your leg. Open up your arms into a water wheel toward your front leg. We're all on different legs, so go toward yours. Need anything? Okay. Water or anything? Yeah. Come back to center. Cross your leg over. So you can do like eagle legs if you want, or you can do ankle cross, pigeon legs. Last balance on this side. Kick your legs straight back behind you. You could do hands at heart. You could do arms out in front. That's warrior 3. Or arms back. That's airplane. Release. Shake the whole thing out. Grab your other knee. Hug it. Water wheel it. Take your time. Eventually, you want to try to stare at your back thumb, but it takes time. And it's a stretch of the eyes. So like you might be looking for your thumb and you're like, wow, that really strains my eyes. Yeah, it does. It does. It's no different than stretching hamstrings. Come on back to center. Go slow. Cross your legs. So eagle cross, that's thigh over thigh. Or pigeon cross, that's ankle over thigh. Arms are up to you. One more thing, that airplane or warrior 3. Shake it out, release it, shake it out. Yes. So you'll come down to the ground into your choice of seat. So you can sit, you could do yogi squat again if you want. You could do butterfly seat. You could just do a regular old crisscross or hero's pose. Your choice of reconnecting with the ground. And then whatever points of your body are touching the earth, whether it's just your feet and hands, maybe your sits bones, your bum, your thighs, whatever's touching the ground, pay attention to that, like your imprint on the earth right now. Notice what's not touching and notice what is. Notice your imprint. So if you were to lay on your belly, imagine this. If you were laying on your belly and you were breathing, you'd be feeling that like shift, you know, in your chest and in your belly toward the floor and away from the floor. As you were breathing, you'd be feeling your belly press into the floor and pull away from the floor. So could you just imagine that with the points that are connected to the earth right now, even though it's not quite as obvious, but imagine and notice your push and pull with the earth right now. Take a big breath in, hold it, let it out. Hold the exhale too, hold that emptiness. Big breath in, let it out. Pigeon. So you can come onto your belly with one knee forward, one leg back, or come onto your back, ankle over thigh. Also, you're never stuck in one. So if you want to switch halfway through, you know, on the same side, but if you just want to try the other variation, feel free anytime. It's okay. Switch. Notice that push and pull, that ebb and flow, giving, the receiving. What's cool is like no matter what you're doing, no matter how you're standing, seated, position, you're always having that experience, whether you're noticing it or not. Come to a seat. We'll take our pose of the month. So one leg out, one foot in, like seated tree legs. But we're doing the parivrita or the revolved version of it. So you're actually turning away from your foot. So turn away from it, the long one. You me turn away from the long leg, right? And then you reach up and over. So you have the twist away from your leg and go up and over. Imagine your goal is to settle your legs into the earth, push them down, and then to twist your heart, your chest, your belly toward the sky. So you can use your lower arm for that leverage to push into the floor, into your leg, and twist. And turn real slow. Leave your legs the same. And you can take the forward fold. Belly, chest toward the earth now. Switch. Turn away from your long leg. Up and over. Turn slow. Forward fold. Come onto your back. Plant your feet. Rock your knees. Side to side, loosen things up. And put your feet on the mat flat. Walk them in close to your body. Pick your hips up, bridge pose. Come down and twist. Knees over to one side. Switch. Come to center. You can hug your knees. You can take your feet up, waterfall. You can happy baby or butterfly. You choose. Shavasana. Take a big breath in and let it out. Move your fingers, move your toes. Make your way to a seat. Bring your hands to meet. You could be at your heart, your third eye between your eyebrows. That's your wisdom center, or above your head. That's your connection to everything. Let's take one big Om together. Ah. We honor ourselves. We honor the mat. We honor each other. Together we say, Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. Hey, how's it going? We're just finishing, so give us 1 sec. Yeah. Someone has questions.